I didn't know what hat I was wearing. We got bigger targets. I mean, when you look at who just Planet Fitness, like what are they doing? Like Ben and Jerry's. I don't want to put any targets on people's back. Target, like I talked to the dudes from Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch, the CEO, and the people like, man, they messed up. It's too bad they just won't say it. Like, hey, we messed up a little bit, whatever. But that's not how they're cut. And I got my answer, and I don't want to hurt people's jobs and stuff like that.
It's not you hurting people's
jobs. They don't have any dog
in
the fight, but there's a whole lot more companies we should be going after for sure.
Yeah, and Bud's one of them. All they got to do is be like, yo, we're sorry. We didn't mean to insult all y'all ladies who also liked our product. I mean, that's not my cut to go ahead and just like grant somebody a pass when they haven't taken account of what they did. And they never said, yeah, we messed up. They never said that. So that's what it costs. That's my cut. That's what it costs. Otherwise, I'm not going to drink your piss baby beer. Not going to happen. I can say that, right? Because I did. Welcome back to the show. It's Friday. If I didn't, Steve got it. It's all right. I got a pass with Brent. I can say it. I'm messing with you guys. Welcome back to the program. Dana Loesch here with you, bottom of this second hour. Why are we doing this? Why are we giving... it's not about... You're not hurting their jobs. It's Bud Light that chose to do that. That's Budweiser that chose to do that. Budweiser chose to hurt people's jobs because they decided to get this dude who is thinner than Twiggy to get up and promote their product. And they made a mockery of women by having this guy cosplay as one. Like, very insultingly so, by the way. And all they had to do was say sorry. That's all they had to do. Why is it so bad? It's an ego thing is why. It's an ego thing. I mean, why are you going to bat for Bud? Because how much does it cost for you to go to bat for Bud? What's the price? That's what it is. I don't begrudge people for being capitalists, but don't sit here and be like, oh, it's all okay because they gave us money. I didn't get an apology. I don't even want no money. It don't even take millions. I just want, we messed up. We're sorry. That's all I want. You have to, in order to have reconciliation, you got to have an acknowledgement of the wrong. That's biblical, guys. I mean, that's just the process. That's the cut. Just saying. I don't get to why they're, Steve, I told you to ask this question. What were you asking? Go ahead and do it. You were asking something.
For those who don't know, me and Juan and Kane all cut the audio and video before the show starts, and the first thing I noticed is that he had a southern accent. And didn't he have a whole song about being from northern Michigan? I was like, what?
Yeah. Steve's like, how are you having a southern accent, dude? You're from northern Michigan. He's from the top of the mitten, right? Yeah. That's pretty up there.
Oh, yeah.
What part of the mitten was he from? That bougie part? Where they had like the real nice restaurants, and it was like
Island, is that what you mean?
I don't know up there. I've been up there one time. It was very pretty.
Like the Upper Peninsula.
It all looked pretty. I was like, oh, here's another pretty town.
Traverse City.
Yeah, like it was like north of Traverse, though. It was like up by the tip of the finger of the mitten. That's not accurate. I don't know how.
It's got to be like Paradise, Michigan, or something like that.
I don't know. But it was real pretty. Can I tell you guys a funny story? Okay, sidebar, real quick, and we'll get back to everything. So it was like a television episode almost. So we go up there. We went up there my husband was in a wedding. That's why we were up there. Go up and we land in Traverse City. First off, the airport in Traverse City, I thought that I had stumbled through The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, except from taking me to a whole different reality. It took me to like somebody's lodge. Because when you get off the airplane, you expect to walk into an airport, right? I legit was like walking past a stone fireplace and some plush leather chairs. And I looked at my husband. I'm like, we are in somebody's house. It was the weirdest thing. It's a very small airport, very pretty. So we get there and we rented a car and we're leaving the airport and we drive past this place that I insisted we had to go in. We were right there by the lake. And I wanted to make this stop because it was a very unique business idea. And I wanted to see in the inside of it. It was an ice cream parlor and taxidermy shop, right? Now, it was like dusky dark when we went in. By the time we left, it was dark outside. We go in there and there was these, adorably taxidermied critters. Like I saw three badgers and a raccoon paddling in a canoe that was actually like a hollowed out log, and it was really cute. It was adorable. All the animals were posed in very cute little things. Got my ice cream. I'm looking at the taxidermy. God bless America. Wishing I could take some of it back with me. And then we leave. We go out, and there's this huge covered area, picnic tables, and there was no lights out. It was just, it was you'd see the moonlight and then the light from the store. And this huge area with the pitched peak and all of that. And we're sitting there, and my husband gets this look on his face as we're eating our ice cream. And it's a look of, should I tell her horror? And ladies, you know what that expression looks like on a man's face. Because at first when he was staring at me, I thought, I'm a woman. I was like, oh, he probably thinks I'm so pretty. It wasn't that at all. And then his expression changed, and it just got very scared looking. And he goes, why don't we go step by the car and eat these? And I go, what do you mean? I'm like, we were sitting on a picnic table. A light breeze was coming in. It was so nice. And he's like, no, I think we should just go by the car and eat these, and get ready to go. And I still had like my whole cone. I wasn't going to take a whole ice cream cone into the car, right? A car that I had just rented. No. And I'm like, just chill out. We're not in a race. We don't have to be there by a certain time. And he's like, no, I really think that we need to go. And I'm like, okay, what's up? And then he told me what he should never have said. Don't look up. So when you're told, don't look up, what are you going to do? Look up. I looked up, and at first, as my eyes were adjusting to the darkness, I wasn't quite sure what I was looking at, because all I could see were the rafters and the darkness of this huge, pitched, covering eating area. And it was big. There was a number of picnic tables out there. And then I could see it, just the moonlight just bouncing off of what it looked like little, just like darts of lightning all through this dark pitched area. And then I realized that wasn't darts of lightning. Is that a string? It was just tons of it all through this area. And then I realized what it was. We were sitting underneath a massive, massive spider nest den something, and those were all webs. Now, the scream that I emitted, at first it didn't make a sound, Chris said, because I blacked out pretty much, because there are three things that I don't like. I'm not really scared of anything except for three things. Spiders, crickets, and I'm not a fan of chimpanzees because I literally got into a slap fight with one when I was a child, and that's a story for another time. And it's just an irrational, unreasonable fear of spiders. I lost my mind. All I knew is that I pretty much blacked out. My ears hurt really bad after. They rung because at some point the scream made noise. And I don't even know what happened to my ice cream cone at that point. It was gone. I think I threw it. I don't even know what happened. And then we were by the car, and Chris is like, I told you not to look up. I'm like, you can't tell me not to look up. I could have died. We could have died to death. That's what could have happened.
They could have killed you so hard.
I've seen Arachnophobia. I saw that movie. Remember when Julian Sands, God rest his soul, he kicked the bucket on Mount Baldy. Remember when he was in that barn and he looks up and it was all boo? It was like that. And so I had arachnophobia going through my head. I'm just freaking out, and then you feel like they're all over you. Oh my gosh. But that's the thing about Michigan. The spiders there, they are lake spiders, apparently. I'm from Missouri, and now we're in Texas. We got scorpions. I can deal with that. I can even deal with rattlers. The spider thing and the lake effect spider stuff, and no, thanks. No, you can have that all day long. So yeah, I couldn't deal with it after that. So that was it. But anyway, long story short, Kid Rock came from that area, but he talks like he's from Alabama. I don't know. Is that appropriation? Is it? I don't know. I just don't know why people are defending Bud Light. So they gave you millions of dollars. Just be like, okay, well, they're working with me, or they gave millions of dollars to my friend's business. So yeah, I'm going to defend them now. Just be honest. Because otherwise they didn't say sorry and they didn't really do anything, but I don't want to destroy people's jobs. They chose that, not you. All they have to do to not destroy people's jobs is to go, we're sorry. Why is the onus put on everyone else who was like particularly the chicks that you'd like to get with, insulted by this cosplaying, twink, and you're going to go ahead and give them a pass? No apology? No, that's not how that works.